Hello, Independent Podcast Alliance. This is Adam Spiegelman trying out a Google Hangout. If anyone comes on, that'd be fantastic. Just announced it yesterday, so totally get it. It's the first one. I just want to see what happens, how it looks, how red my face could look, how puffy it could look. You'll see me only looking at my face a lot. You can tell I have this old school Yeti microphone because my other mics were stolen from my car. Not happy about it. Buying the same ones. But I think this works fine. For something like this, except I feel like I'm hiding behind it. I can't stop looking at my own face. If you're here, jump in. I'd love to hear from you. And let me talk my notes. Yeah, it's the first time we'll do it. I think it's good if we get a bunch of people on it. So we'll try it again next time. But talk about promotional tips, equipment, post-production procedure, what you do, looking away from the camera, post-production procedure. If you have any comments or other tips, put that below on this YouTube video or on our Facebook page, which is Independent Podcast Alliance. It's a group. Put in IPA, Independent Podcast Alliance, and will join us. We're almost at 1,000 members, which would be awesome. So also, I'd love to know why you do a podcast and what's the best advice you got and the worst advice. I'm going to go to our website, the Independent Podcast Alliance Facebook page, for a couple reasons. One, I can't look at my face, which is sweating. Who am I, the chocolate rain guy? And so I want to talk about Auphonic, Auphonic. It's really good for audio processing. It's auphonic.com. It was free for a while, and now they're going to charge for it, and it's not bad. I mean, it's a really good service. I think it's better than Levelator, and it's better to take noise out than anything else. Probably better than Adobe Audition. So it's really worth the money. But people always ask about promotion. So here's some tips that people are giving out. Was it Rob Dzaza? How do you say that name? Dziadosc. Dzaza. That's my cat. She also can't say it. What ways have you found to be the best way to promote your podcast? You're looking for free, inexpensive. Anyone have any things? Josh Rambo, with an easier name, says, honestly, for me, is putting up going to conventions and hosting at spec events, special events. And I don't know. I mean, I guess if you can go to these events, that is the best way to meet people in person and hand a card or hand a flyer. It's probably the best thing. Shayna Marks says, social media has been my primary source for promotion. I think, let's try to do this screen share. Boop. Boop. All right. All right. So let's go. Sorry about this. Shayna Marks says, social media has been my primary source for promotion. I think that really works the best. And related forums. But obviously you can't go in and be like, listen, hey guys, I have a podcast about this. Screw you. You got to go in, act interested, be part of the group, and then throw in when you have something relevant. And it's got to be relevant. And I think if they don't want you there, I think that's a good reason to leave. I was on Facebook on a group called Mixtapes and Podcasts. So I thought, I can just post my podcast. And I did it constantly. And it didn't really work out because people eventually were like, what are you doing? This is for mixtapes. And I said, well, it's mixtapes and podcasts. The guy's like, I realize it. But I left the group. I was only there to promote myself. I mean, I didn't give a shit about mixtapes, although I still have a bunch of my own. But I mean, I wore out my welcome. It wasn't going to work. No one's going to be like, oh, that guy's a jerk, but I'll listen to a show. So it is good to find your target audience and find the right outlets. But I do think social media is the best. Twitter, I found like people in general, Twitter people don't always translate over to podcast, but you should put on Twitter both your URL and your podcast iTunes URL address. I post on Fark and Reddit, but Facebook really is the best source. So a lot of times people I know, like I don't know to show off, but I have a lot of Facebook friends. No big deal. They are like, oh, I see your podcast, your show all the time, but they never listen to it. They just see that it's up. And thank you for that. I appreciate it. Earwolf has a forum and a section for non-Earwolf shows, and I've gotten stuff off of that, and that's been good. Not a lot, but it's just people who listen to podcasts, and it is for podcasters, so that makes sense. And then Ophonic. Let me go on Ophonic since I can show that. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. So let's go back to Ophonic. This is pretty awesome. Audio post-production services. So I can log in. Hold on. Or we can go by audio examples. So noise reduction, adaptive leveler, global loudness, peak, make everything even, which I think is really good. Noise and hiss reduction, which is really important, and it is probably the best one I've seen for, because a lot of times if you pull out too much, you sound like you're underwater. So I think it's pretty great. I got one person watching. If you know how to chime in, I'd love to have you talk to you about it. So back to this. Hum reduction, also important, and also can ruin trying to fix the hum. You can totally ruin the rest of the audio. So it was free. It was pretty awesome. It's still a great thing. It is worth the money. I haven't really checked out. You get 2 hours free a month, and I think that's pretty great. And obviously, people do longer podcasts. That's another subject. We have more people listening. For myself personally, it's a half hour to an hour, no more than an hour. I just feel like I do a podcast about films and do a 3-hour podcast about a 2-hour film. You're just going to kill everybody. So I think editing is a big thing. I'd love to know what you think about editing as well. All right, how do we get the viewers up there? If you're watching, how do you jump in? Tell me. Hook a brother up. All right. Well, that's is that it for the first IPA thing? Send me a text, chat. What's going on? Tell me what you're thinking. Let's go to the chat. What's going on there? Nothing much. So if we go to, let's go back to Facebook. So Ophonic's definitely worth it. If you can get on it, you can get it for free for a couple hours. Look at all these people. They love it. They have faces. Some of them don't have faces. Dave Jackson. Gotta love Dave Jackson. He says it's a reasonable rates. Dave Jackson has a great show called the School of Podcasting. One of those podcasts about podcasts. That is worth checking out. So that's it. I think that's it. I appreciate the 2 people who are watching right now and the other people watching me sweat later on. If you join the IPA right here, Independent Podcast Alliance, it's great. We have 952 members. We're almost at 1,000. It's pretty awesome. So join. So I would join. Wait till it gets like 98, then unjoin, and then try to be the 1,000th member. I think that's the best way to do it. And again, for the IPA, this is for sharing information, not for posting your episode. A lot of people send me their episodes, and I check the posts first before I put them up, just for that reason. And also spam bots who want to sell you sunglasses for very, very cheap. So that is it. We will try this again, and next time we'll invite more people and more time to do this and this experiment. Hope it went well. And thank you very much for both of you guys for watching. It's much shorter, but if it's just me talking, then who really cares? We got a lot going on. If you are watching, you know how to jump in. Jump in. Let's go. I just put a comment. I don't want to show off, but I got one comment, and it's from me. So check out Independent Podcast Alliance. on Facebook. Join us. More of your comments, more questions, and we'll try this with other people, not just with me. All right. Thanks. Thanks both of you for watching and people watching in the future. I'm Adam Spiegelman. I have a show called Proudly Resents. I'll just put that up. Here we go. I have not only have a show called Proudly Resents, but I have a very slow computer at this point. All right, so here's what I did. I thought this would make sense. Let me do this. So I forgot the name. This is called Evolve, this theme on WordPress. So I got the banner up here. I got my logo. It's a little uneven. Podcast thing, I changed my slogan, the podcast about the best films you never heard of, and not afraid to end a sentence in a preposition. Here I got all the information on the side. I wish it was bigger. That is the largest they make it. And then what I did was I put up here's how to listen right away. The podcast and the blogs to split it up. About, contact, and that's also very important. People want to contact you. And then I talk about this movie, The Room, a lot, and people are excited about it. So I put that there in case they're a fan of The Room. This I got to fix to make it one level, but on top I put how to download the podcast and subscribe, two important things. And then right at the top I put how to listen, kind of a really good kind of player so they can go right to that. And I get a lot of hits that way. When I had the player on top, but you can make it all three, I got a lot more hits on the player, so I'm going to go back to that. But I also saw that you can make a logo for the iTunes, RSS, and Stitcher and put those along the top. I think that works too, so they each have their own box. And then there's a post I wrote to try to get more people to read my website. And then the last show. And I'd love to know what you do. So I put the share stuff on top, and I think on the bottom I have a different one on the bottom. The player's there. I put play in a new window just so later on I could pull the URL, and then I can go directly to the URL. The description, and these are all my SEO words. Who knows? That makes a difference. You know what makes a difference is whenever I put a female actress and I put the word nude after it, I get like once a day I get a hit for obscure actors if they're nude. So that's it. And then on the side I have people I support. This is something to do with our website. This is Dave, who designed my website originally. It's just people. Oh, then I put again how to download the podcast with a couple of logos. Just more to the merrier, I think. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, 3 viewers. We have almost doubled the viewership. All right, guys. Send me a text. So again, put your comments either on the Facebook page or on right under this posting, right under this video, about what you do to promote your show. If you do for audio posts like Ophonic, or how to pronounce Ophonic would be a great way to post to put under there. And what does your website look like? Tips, what do you like, you don't like. So again, this is a Proudly Resents. This is not Proudly Resents. That's my podcast. This is the IPA. Boom. Nice logo. That's Dave Jackson. Look at that. Let's see if that's from you guys. Yeah. What did Mike White have to say? I'm here, just not sure if you're seeing my comments at all. I'm not. It's kind of weird. I agree. He says it's kind of weird. How do I get you in here? Mike White. Do I invite you? Screen share. Q&A. Come on, guys. Give me a Q&A. Yeah. We'll try this again, Mike. I don't know why I'm not getting you in there. I got 4 people now. So put in something in the group chat. Let's see. Mike, I'm going to try to invite you. Let's see. It's exciting if you're watching this. I can read your comments. Hey, Adam, I put a comment on, but it sure looks like it's not showing up too. Steve, I get you. I'm with you. I don't know what's going on, guys. I think it's you. Maybe you can read each other. Let me try Steve. Try to add you. Yeah. All right, we'll try this again. I don't know. All right. We lost somebody. All right, we'll try this again another time, but thank you guys for checking it out. And that's it. All right. Sorry, Steve. I know you stayed up late.